you can uh, solve this in your notebooks. It's not like a test. It's just to make you revise whatever we studied in the last class. Is it clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, visible. It's clear, na? You can read it properly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just it will take 2 to 3 minutes. Just do it. Is it done? So is it done, dear?
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. Take your time.
Yes, ma'am.
Done. Okay, fine. Others still doing? Others are writing still?
Ma'am, done.
Okay, fine.
I'm done.
Done. Good. So fine, if it's done, let's discuss. Shall I wait for 1 more minute? Or is
Ma'am,
it
it's done.
okay? Fine, fine. So let's start. Then discuss. I think you must have got the answers and okay. So healthy state of body helps to function well. Three things.
Mentally, physically, and socially.
Mentally, physically, and socially, ma'am.
Okay, so physical, mental, and social. All of you got these?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And so, meaning of disease.
Ma'am, any disturbance in the structure or function of an part of a body.
Okay. Anything else? Somebody has written.
Ma'am, the state of being in an unease situation.
Okay, unease, uncomfortable.
Discomfort.
Very good.
Ma'am, when the body is not functioning properly.
Okay, discomfort. So, in one word, we can write that it is not, you're not feeling good, discomfort, uncomfortable. And if you have elaborated your answer, then also it's very good. Okay. And then diagnosis.
Ma'am, to locate the area which is affected due to disease.
Okay.
Ma'am, identification of a condition due to these symptoms and
Okay, very good.
is called.
So, yes, yes, good. So, let me write the word for it as detection. Can I write this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And signs of disease.
Ma'am, definite symptoms.
Okay,
Yes.
very good.
Ma'am,
Definite symptoms.
abnormalities that can indicate a medical
That
condition.
help detect which is the
Okay,
Indications to detect a
which
particular
actually the
disease.
disease is.
fine. So, indication or symptoms, anything. Okay, signs. Basically, if you go for the medical term, it should be symptoms. In the language of doctors, it should be symptoms. Is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Then 5F stands for, I think there is no need of discussion for this. You have a list in your book and you can check what these five
Yes,
stands
ma'am.
for, whatever. Okay.
Ma'am,
So,
food, fingers, flies, fields, and floods.
good. So, that is what just to make you awake in the morning. So, this much exercise is enough. I think you must be knowing that in schools if you have sports, you have to do little bit of warm up before starting. Okay, that's what we have done. So let's begin. I think last class I stopped where types of diseases,
Ma'am, types
acute.
of diseases.
Yes, acute, chronic, infectious, non-infectious. And I think I must have told you that I will teach you about COVID-19 too. Am
Yes,
I right?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's see. First of all, the basic of this your chapter, because this chapter is too good. I think you should go through each and every line, each and every word. But because whatever situations you are facing nowadays in this lockdown or in this corona and COVID-19 uh, era, you can say, that you are facing everything whatever is written in your textbook. It's very good, very nicely written, very nicely explained. Okay. So uh, uh, just after finishing this, when you have the time, just go through it very patiently. Okay. So let's discuss the types of disease. Okay, so we have types of disease. First, I must have told you that acute and chronic, two types. Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
this acute and chronic are uh, this classification is based on,
Duration.
yes, very good, duration of the disease. Okay, and you can say that how much lethal it is. It's lethal. Do you understand this word?
Ma'am, dangerous.
Yes, how much dangerous it is,
Harmful.
what are harmful effects it is having in our
Ma'am, how
body.
badly it will affect.
Yes, how badly it will affect. So the duration is responsible for its lethal factor of these types of disease. So acute is nothing but if it remains for the shorter period, while chronic will remain for the longer duration. Okay, so longer period. Now, shorter, longer, that means you will be suffering from it either for a day or for a week or for a month, not more than that. Or we can say 3 to 4 months, and you can say 1 year sometimes, that also can be considered. But basically the diseases which are classified, they will complete their cycle in day, week or a month. Okay, you must have some of the symptoms sometimes that persist for 3 to 4 months or 1 year, that we will see how. But here the thing goes for the lifetime. Okay, that means once you are infected, once you are having that disease, then till you die you will carry that disease with you. Okay, so that is what the difference between acute and chronic. Let's see, suppose if we have acute, let's, for a day, if you are having, suppose it's a headache, sometimes for a day it prevails. Am I right?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Ma'am,
It's just an example. Headache, stomach ache, or your muscular pain, something like that, will persist for a day. And if you have the example for a week, then it must be a common cold. Okay, it's a very general observation that in medical it is said that if you take the pills or if you take the medicine, then the common cold will be cured within a week. And if you don't take the medicine, then common cold will take 7 days. Do you understand the sarcasm?
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, we also have some diseases which work in a very small time and they cause large destruction, even death in cases.
Yes, yes, that may be the possibility. So that is a different category of classification there. Okay, because mortality, fatality rate is something which is a very important one. So that's what we will be understanding right now. Okay, so common cold you can have, and if you consider tuberculosis, it takes a month or 2 months to be get treated or till you become healthy. So this is how the acute diseases are considered, how much time it is taking. While suppose if you have,
ma'am.
yes dear,
Ma'am, what is the difference between taking the pills in common cold and having it for um, 7 days and not taking
Yes,
the
sir.
pills and having it for 1 week.
Okay, fine. It's just a sarcastic line there. Okay, let me write down, then you will understand that what is the sarcasm behind it. It's just a humor in a medical field, that if you take medicine, okay, for medicine in common cold, then it will be cured within a week. Okay, and if you don't take the medicine, then it will be cured in 7 days. Okay, so what is the humor behind this? That either you take medicine or you don't take medicine. How much time it will take?
Week. 1 week.
Week.
Okay, so 7 days you say, or you say
7
a 1 week. It's a one and the same thing. Is it clear to
Oh,
you?
yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So that is what it's just a if you I think you must have read that an apple a day keeps a doctor away.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
That is how it's a tagline, and this is also a tagline for the common cold used in the medicine used by the doctors. Okay, so basically for the common cold nobody goes to the doctor. It is been treated at your home only by your mother. Okay, so this is what where were we, that all these diseases are classified in the acute category, while diabetes, blood pressure, okay, suppose you have nowadays you must have heard about the word arthritis.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, all these diseases are chronic in nature. Then once you are diabetic, it is very much I think it is almost impossible for the human being to get treated or to get cured completely. Okay, you can restrict it at some level. You can have your body controlled at some level, but it is not get treated completely. Understood. So this is what I think. If you have a questions that in Ayurveda it is being said that you can treat the diabetes completely, you can treat the blood pressure completely. That
Yes,
is
ma'am.
yes, that is true. But at what extent it is true that the patient who is suffering, he has to compromise with the diet, he has to compromise with the body structure, that means body weight, and a lot of exercise. That then only it can be cured. It can be, you can come out of it. Okay, and that is a very difficult thing because in general in daily life we cannot restrict our diet to only one particular food. Okay, we are exposed to the different types of food. That's why it is very much difficult to get cured completely. Understood? So Ayurveda is not wrong. That whatever they are saying, that is true, but it is true at in their particular zoner. Understood this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So
Yes,
that
ma'am.
is what the difference between acute and chronic, and all these two categories, they have uh, many other relative factors which are affecting it, like first of all, nourishment, okay, then hygiene, then your genetic map. All these things works hard for all these two categories. Suppose let's take the example that if you are not properly nourished, I think in your classroom you must have observed it, that somebody sometimes uh, if you consider two students, one is very fat and one is very thin. The one who is fat, we think that he is properly nourished, he is very much healthy, but he is always sick. He must be having sometimes headache, he must feeling sleepy, tired, or something like that. And the one who is thin or lean, they are properly nourished, they eat everything, even they eat the tiffin box of the whole class, but they never get ill. So weight is not a factor which decides that you are properly nourished or not. Is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Okay, fine. And hygiene, I think I no need to explain that. If it is cleanliness is another synonym for the healthy lifestyle. So if it is clean, then you are definitely not going to get diseased. Okay, and another thing is genetic. That is very much important. That if suppose you have brother and sisters at your home, if you are having siblings at your home, one is go survive without disease for the whole year, he never gets a fever, he never gets a stomach ache or headache, something like that. But same in the same family you can have somebody who will always be having something or other thing, that today headache, tomorrow stomach ache, leg pain, something like that. So it's all depends on genetic, that how your DNA is programmed to maintain the your health. Some people are having a diseased DNA, or they are weak DNA in which they suffer the diseases very easily, and some have the strong genetic codes through which they can survive all these small diseases very uh, easily. And you can consider diabetes also. If you have your uncles, your dad, or your vast family, you can observe they belong to the same tree, coming from the same father. Some of them will must be having diabetes, and some of them must not be suffering from it. Either your aunts or uncles you can consider. So it all depends on the how your DNA is programmed. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that is what you have to observe. And now let's see. Another one is infectious and non-infectious. Okay. So infectious, nowadays we are going through the COVID, and that's a highly infectious disease. Okay, so basically what happens if it spreads, the disease which gets spread easily due to physical contact, due to anything, whatever. If you come in the contact with the diseased person and if you are catching the disease, then it is classified infectious one. And basically, if it is infectious, microorganisms are involved. Okay, that means if it is an infectious one, definitely something must be there: virus, bacteria, or fungus, or protozoans, or worms. Worms are not actually microorganisms, but you can classify them. Okay, so the organisms which are very small, which we don't consider much, they are responsible for these infectious disease. While non-infectious, you can have that diabetes. If you sit with the diabetic patient, if you eat with them, if you sleep with them, if you live with them, it is not going to infect you. Do you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
All these blood pressure, arthritis, they are not going to infect you if you live with these people. It's okay to live. Okay, so that is what we say, non-infectious. Now see this, that in when we consider all these microorganisms, Then for viruses, okay, you have examples like common cold or influenza, that is flu, okay, then dengue, okay, AIDS. They are all virus are responsible for the spreading of these disease. While if we have bacteria, okay, then you have typhoid and cholera, TB, tuberculosis, or anthrax, like this. So you have lot of examples. When you go for the bacterial infection, you can go for fungus. Okay, so basically all of the skin or hair disease are due to fungus. Okay, then protozoans. Protozoans, malaria. It's a big, huge uh, disease which is spreading in our country, basically in the after the monsoons. Okay, nowadays you are watching the news because it's raining heavily. There are floods everywhere. Once the rain will stop and the water logging will be there, no water will be getting settled down, then all these things will get spreaded over there. Then worms. Worms are responsible for, I think you must be heard about this when the kids are there. They are having stomach pain due to worms. They have worms in their stomach. Have you heard this? Some of you must have suffered also when you were 2 years, 3 years, 4 years old. Okay. Then elephantiasis. Many other diseases you can take. Okay. So these are the examples for virus, bacteria, fungus, protozoans, and worms. Now, see this. All these organisms, basically from virus, bacteria, fungus, and protozoans, most of them are unicellular. Okay? Most of them. And while worms are multicellular. Do you understand this word, multicellular and unicellular?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So virus, till here, all these are basically microscopic in nature. They cannot be seen through naked eye. But once you can see, you can observe them through naked eye. And all of these are microorganisms. So this is what you can consider when you agents. What they are? Infecting agents. Okay. So this is what is very much important to understand. Now see this part that on I think you must be having textbooks with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
There
ma'am.
is one page dedicated to the pictures of these marvelous
Yes, ma'am.
particles. Okay, so you can see the scale also. There is, if you read whatever is written below that picture, it is very much, they are showing everywhere, it is written to make you understand the scale. Scale means how small they are, how tiny they are. They can, means they are even smaller than our cells of our body. So they are too tiny to be located, too tiny to understand, to get studied. But they are tiny, but they are very much harmful and too dangerous to make havoc in your body. Okay, so do understand that viruses are even smaller than bacteria. You understand this? They are even smaller than bacteria,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
yes, and virus, you can filter bacteria. You know that you can filter them. That means, I think you understand by the word filter that if you have one filter structure, that means the one which you use to filter your tea at your home. Uh, you have that in which you are filtering the tea.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
same filters are prepared to filter the bacteria. The only thing that the size of those holes, it's in micro
And filter paper.
filter paper. Okay, that is also a good example. Okay, but the size of the holes will be in micro millimeters. So they are very small, so that they can filter bacteria. And the size of these pores is in microns or nanos. Then also the virus get filtered through it. It come out of that. It doesn't stays over the filter. Okay, so viruses are still very small, because let me make you understand that viruses are not even a cell complete. Okay, they are not a complete cell even. They sometimes only DNA or RNA with little bit of protein will act as virus. Do you understand how much severely small they can be?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes,
uh,
ma'am.
they are not even a complete cell. They don't have even mitochondria, they don't have endoplasmic reticulum, they don't have Golgi bodies, because they are very smart. They know wherever they are infecting, suppose if they enter the human body or animal body or plant body, they will just lie on the host cell and utilize their sources for their survival. Okay, so mitochondria, endoplasmic, everything, whatever you can think of, they will utilize all the whole host cell for their survival. That is how notorious they are. Okay, so if you have seen the picture in your book, just go to the page number 179 in your textbook.
Ma'am, page.
179, page number 179.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and just come to the lower part of it, I think, where last paragraph, last paragraph, come over there. There is a table, in below that one paragraph is there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, in that one line is very important. Just mark it that microbes can spread in community. Is it written?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you locate it, everybody?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, fine. So microbes can spread in community. Make it, underline it. It is very important line nowadays. And come to the page number 180. 180. Their first paragraph you have to read. Anybody can read it. Anybody of you can read it for
Ma'am,
me.
the ways in which diseases spread and the ways in which they can be treated and prevented at the community level would be different for different diseases. This would
Yes.
depend a lot on whether the immediate causes are infectious or non-infectious.
Yes. Do underline, do mark this paragraph with your pencils. Or it's very important. Do you understand the words how it is written nowadays? When you see the news that corona is spreading in the community level, have you heard this in the news?
Yes, ma'am.
That is what is written in your book.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so these lines are making you understand the whatever condition is prevailing nowadays in our society. Okay, so it is very much important. Then if the microbes, all these organisms spreads in the community, that leads to epidemic. Okay, so that leads to the epidemic situation in the society. It can be that there may be the possibility only one community suffers from it. Okay, there may be the possibility only one country can suffer from it, or there may be the possibility that continent suffer from it, or the whole world suffers from it. Okay. So nowadays, what we are observing is at this level. That means it is spreaded enormously in our society. Have you understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
if it is here, then treatment is something very different. If it is here, then also it is different. Here, difficult, but can be. But right now, whatever situation is there, that means treatment is almost impossible to uh, uh, cure it completely, because the one who are treating us, they are doctors, they are also humans. They have their normal physiological system. They can also get infected from this. That is why the treatment is very much difficult if it spreads in the community. Right now, the whole human community is affected with this virus. Understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
yes, so that is what I want to make you understand. Just go through your textbooks after finishing. When we finish our class, just read this chapter thoroughly, and it will give you a very clear picture of what you are reading in the newspapers or what you are watching in the televisions. Okay, so this is how these viruses and bacteria, fungi, protozoans act. Now, do understand that first of all, these virus is very much choosy, very much particular. If it is a plant virus, then it will not affect animal or human. If it is animal virus, animal means wild or domestic animal virus, then it will not affect plant or humans. And if it is the virus of human, then it will not affect plant and animals. Yes, there may be the possibility the animals which are sharing the same characteristics like human, okay, they can suffer from that virus. But virus is very particular in affecting or infecting the organisms. Do you understand what did I say?
Ma'am, which animals share the same
I think you
characteristics
must.
like humans?
Okay, fine. Yes,
Ma'am,
monkeys,
chimpanzees.
chimpanzees, gorillas. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
okay, fine.
Ma'am,
Even
rabies also spread from animals to humans.
which, pardon, can you repeat? Can you repeat your question, beta?
Ma'am, the diseases like rabies also spread from
Yes, rabies virus. It spreads from saliva of dogs or many of other like wolves or dog-like animals. Even sometimes cats too. It spreads through human because the virus lives in the saliva. Okay, and once it is infecting the human, then human suffers from the rabies. That's a different concept here. Okay, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, so this part, if you have to study, then that is a we have to go through immune system and all that. Then you will come across all these things. But right now, have you understood this concept?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
So
ma'am.
till here, do understand this. And now, further out of these, if you have so many infectious agents with you, okay, so the one important thing about this, that now you must have understood that viruses are different, bacteria are different, okay, fungus is different thing. Uh,
Yes,
all
ma'am.
these organisms are very much different from each other. Protozoans are different, worms are different. Okay, so do understand that sometimes you must have the disease which are showing almost the same symptoms. Okay, and that is what you have to understand, that diagnosis is very much important. If it is diagnosed, then you can find out that it is, if it is due to virus, if it is due to bacteria or something else. Okay, so let's say that as you must have heard about the word antibiotics.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Okay, so
ma'am.
antibiotic, biotic means life, the one which work against the life are called antibiotics. That means they are responsible to kill. They are responsible to end the life of the basically microorganisms. That's why they are known as antibiotics. Now see, sometimes there may be the possibility that if you are having some infection in a throat, okay, in throat, there may be the possibility that you must be having the bacterial infection in your that throat region. Okay, then definitely your doctor is going to give you antibiotics. Okay, these antibiotics are responsible for killing of bacteria, because you have bacterial infection, then antibiotics will kill bacteria. But there may be the possibility that you sometimes you have sore throat because of virus. Okay, then what you will think, or what you will suggest, that suppose one time I was treated by the antibiotics and I felt good, and I went it was cured completely. Let's now this time let's have antibiotics again, and this time it will not be cured. Then what you will think, that the antibiotics are not working, they are not the good medicine for you, something like that you will think. Okay, or your mother or your in family, you must have observed that especially the elderly people or your uh, uh, grandmother or mother, what they do, uh, that my doctor has given this particular medicine to me, eat it, I felt good, you will also feel good.
Yes,
Have you
ma'am.
heard this? Okay. But the reason can be the different one. You must have sore throat with due to the virus. Your the one who is suffering in your family must have this bacterial infection. So he got treated, but you are not going treated with this. So it is so that is why we say that don't be a doctor at your home. Okay, it is not a good thing to do. Yes, the natural ingredients to cure the your whatever disease or whatever feeling you are having, that is good, you can go for it, but not for these, because they are very particular in nature. Now see how they are particular. You must have heard about the word penicillin,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
the first antibiotic to be discovered.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
now this penicillin, how does it work? It just destroys the cell wall of
Bacteria.
bacteria. Okay, so if it is a bacteria, it will make lot of holes in this cell wall. Once the hole, it will hinder it, it will destroy it completely. That is how the penicillin works. Now, why it will not work for virus? The reason is virus does not have cell wall. So where it will work? What it will do with the virus? Nothing. It will like just wasted. But if you are having a virus infection and you have penicillin as your medicine, then it will be a waste. It will be no use because it doesn't have any of the thing to get to destroy. Understood this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that is what
Yes,
the
ma'am.
difference with the antibiotics happens. Okay, so it destroys some antibiotics works for only fungus. So if you have fungal infection, that means suppose you have skin disease, okay, and you have from the doctor you have a lot of ointments to be applied on your skin. Tubes must be provided to you to apply on the skin region. Okay, so that is responsible for the fungus. That's why they are called fungicidal. Fungicidal means cidal means to kill. To kill what?
Fungi.
Fungi.
Fungus. Is it clear to you? So fungicidal. The one which kills bacteria are bactericidal. Understand? There is nothing like viricidal is not still not word has been popped, but that is what the cidal means to kill. So each and every medicine or drug is responsible for particular group of organisms. It cannot treat the other organism in the same way. Understood this?
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
fine. So that is
Ma'am,
what you
is
have.
there any protozoa cycle types thing?
Protozooncidal is not, that word is not there, but definitely drugs are there to kill them. Okay, drugs are there. Like let's,
Okay.
if you have asking me, then malaria is caused by protozoans, and I think you must have heard about this drug, Cunol.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
It
ma'am.
kills the organism responsible for this killing the malarial parasite. Is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Fine.
ma'am.
Yes, wormicidal is there to kill the worms.
Worms.
Okay, so wormicidal is there. There is a you in plants you must have heard this pesticides.
Yes, ma'am.
Insecticide.
Yes, sides which kills pest. Then yes,
Yes.
insecticides to kill insects. Oh, fine. Let's not go in the detail of this. So pesticides, insecticides, wherever the sides will come, sides will is responsible to kill. Okay, so you can relate that easily. Now, to understand this, that all these pathogens or all these organisms are very much dependent on the means of spread, how they are spreading. Okay, so there may be the disease which are known as airborne. Okay, there may be the waterborne disease. Do you understand this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
airborne spreads
Yes,
through
ma'am.
air, waterborne through water. Now, what happens is that for especially protozoans, okay, when the protozoans are involved, then they need they need one vehicle to get traveled from one uh,
Ma'am,
location.
vectors.
Yes, and they are called vectors.
Ma'am, pathogens also, ma'am.
Pathogen are the one which cause
Ma'am, cause
disease.
diseases.
Okay,
Okay,
and
ma'am. So the
vectors,
microbes.
yes, and vectors are the one which are carrying the pathogen from uh, uh, one
Ma'am, like
habitat to another.
mosquito.
Yes, mosquitoes.
Housefly.
Okay, house flies are responsible. Ticks are responsible. Ticks, you have heard about them. Housefly, you can take them. So mosquitoes, it's a very common thing. You will be must have read this in newspaper that mosquitoes, okay, they have these protozoa in their saliva. Okay, so that's why whenever they bite you, they release the saliva in your blood, and that is how that protozoa is uh, moves inside your bloodstream, and it is responsible for causing of disease. So they act as a lethal. That's why if you can't kill the protozoa, kill the mosquitoes. That's what is being followed. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because if you can't kill this because it's too small to locate, but you can locate mosquitoes easily. That's why what the municipality do, they kill the mosquito. If you kill the vehicle, the protozoan will not be able to travel from one place to another. So that is what that is how the treatment has to be um, uh, uh, planned. So in medical science it is always like this only. It is not necessary to kill the bacteria or virus or fungus always. You can kill the vectors too. Okay, or you can control the means of spread if it is for virus. That is what we have done in the lockdown situation. What we did was controlling the means of spread, because the COVID was airborne disease. It spreads in air. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is what you have to understand. So airborne, waterborne disease, I think you must have heard about cholera, that it is because of um,
Ma'am, bacteria.
yes, and when water gets dirty because of fecal matter. Okay, that's why it is being said that don't go for open sanitation, because in rural area what happens, the people do the go for these uh, regular routine near the water bodies only, where rivers are there, where wherever pond is there, they go for their daily routine over there. And what happens, the fecal matter infects the water, and the same water is utilized for daily purpose household work, to wash clothes, to make food, to wash the vegetables. So that is how the water is infecting and the things you are eating. That is why it is called waterborne disease. And you must have heard about the typhoids. Okay, so when birds waste, okay, birds waste falls on the food. There is an organism called Staphylococcus. Okay, that is responsible for causing disease. That these particular bacteria lives in the stomach of bird. So whenever they do the waste, they do this thing and it falls on the food. That's why food has to be covered. That is why open food is not allowed open on the streets, and it is responsible for causing typhoid. So means of spread can be any. There may be the different means of spreading. Have you understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything to be asked in this?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Shall I proceed then?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay. Fine. Now see this. It is as you are studying right now, all these things, you must know that diseases are very much keen where they are infecting. So organ specific or tissue specific manifestation is also a very important part. That means from where the all these pathogens are entering in your body, that is also a very important factor. Because I think you must have heard, I don't know you heard about this or not, that if the coronavirus reaches to your stomach, then it dies easily.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If coronavirus reaches to your stomach, then it can die easily. Okay, because acids of your stomach are so strong that it can be killed easily. But if it reaches to your respiratory system, then it's a big mischief. Okay, so organs are very much important, in which that means point of entry of the pathogens is also responsible, which plays a very important role, that how you are going to get affected from that. Now listen this, that point of entry, suppose flu or any influenza virus, if you consider, it has to affect your nose. It should enter through nose, or it should enter through your mouth. Then only it will reach where? It will reach to your respiratory system. Then you will get affected. Now see here, if flu is entering through your stomach, will you have the cold?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No. Understood? Now
No, ma'am.
see this. Suppose if we say AIDS virus, it has to get point of entry in body fluids. Body fluids means it should enter through either in your bloodstream or your tissue fluid, somewhere it should reach. Okay, this virus, then only you that particular individual will suffer from AIDS. Otherwise, if you put this AIDS virus somewhere on your hairs, will you get affected?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No. So point of entry, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that is what we say. So you know, you must have seen many of the, so let's take the example that TB pathogen. If you keep that on skin, it will die within minutes. Okay, tuberculosis. If you keep that organism on the skin, healthy skin, it's very important. Your skin should be healthy first of all. Healthy skin, it will die within minutes because your skin produces lot of first of all sweat it is, and it is also producing lot of oils and all that. That is enough to kill this particular pathogen. So point of entry is very much important for these organisms, and after entering they should reach to the specific organ or the specific tissue to infect the particular body. Otherwise they all of them must be wasted. That's why we say that in air, water that you use daily at each and every moment, uh, you come across millions of viruses and bacteria, but you are not getting infected by all of them. The reason is their point of entry may be the different. They are not reaching to their particular organs or tissue, something like that. So that's why they are not successful in causing the disease. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And
Yes, ma'am.
fine. So there may this is what you have to understand. And now see that for that you have seen that one particular suppose if we take that flu, some people are having running nose, some have with that, some have fever, some have body ache. Okay, but some are flu also. If they are suffering from flu, they are, then also they can work hard. They do have these symptoms, but the severity is also a different thing. So it there may be the possibility some of them must be having only running nose, no fever, no head, body ache. Some must be having these two. So there may be the juggles of the symptoms from the one particular uh, disease and one particular pathogen. That is what we diagnose, and that is what we understand. Understood? Is it clear to you?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So this is what we have to see now. If we understand all these things, it is very important to see the treatment, or I think prevention also. You do understand this one. Okay, so treatment and prevention is very important for you to get through it. Now till here, just go through your textbook heading. If you have any doubts, do ask me right now, then only I will go for the treatment. Just have a quick look in your content. Have you gone through it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So,
Yes.
do you understand what we have studied and what is written in your textbook? Can you relate both of them?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any difficulty or any word which I have missed? Something like that?
No, ma'am.
Fine. Everybody of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, that is what is all about disease. So, you have a class at 8 o'clock?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, not of my school. School we have.
Yes,
School
ma'am.
classes you must be having from 8 o'clock, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, fine. So let's wind up this with this that as I promised you that about this COVID. So caused by virus, okay, and the name of the disease is COVID, and name of the virus is
Ma'am, Corona.
coronavirus. Okay, fine. So if you go and if you read in detail about it, it is something else. Let me, have you heard about this virus?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This
No,
virus
ma'am.
is the reason for this. Then read the newspaper, read wherever it is coming in detail, how it is coming up and what is the main cause. This virus has modified itself to infect people with the COVID. Is it clear? Now, just let me give you one idea about this, that this virus is very innocent. Okay, this virus is very much innocent. The what it is doing is it is not killing the people. Do you understand? Whatever deaths are you are coming across in the news daily, this virus is actually not killing the people. The one which is killing the people, that is our own body.
Weak immunity.
Yes, let's say weak immunity, immune system. Okay, so to understand, then we will go this in further detail in the next class. But I think you must have heard about this, that whenever there is a infection in the body, our body produces the antibodies. Have you heard about them?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
must have come across these words. Nothing but the soldiers to kill the particular virus. But what happens actually, the virus is being destroyed by these antibodies. But after that, these antibodies don't have any work. So what they do, they kill us. That is what is happening in COVID. Understood? So this particular
Yes, ma'am.
organism is very much innocent in nature. Everybody is blaming, everybody is just making that this virus is killing headlines, but that is a wrong thing to do, because it's not due to the virus. It's because the antibodies of our body, which don't have any work after the killing virus, after killing the virus, our immune system kill us. So that, let's finish the matter over here only. Kill this, the thing is done for us. Understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
We will go this part in detail when next class we will be understanding treatment, immune system, how is it working for you, and how it can be prevented. Understood this part?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Fine. So just blame your immunity for this from now on. Okay. And for another thing is that you are also having midterm in your schools,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
a half yearly
ma'am.
exams, something like that must be there.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. And you have finished with the 2 chapters already, fundamental unit of life and tissue. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the
Yes,
one
ma'am.
total 6 chapters are there for biology in your book. Is it so? 6, 7 chapters must be there.
Ma'am, but some are deleted already.
Okay. Okay, fine. So let's not talk about that. Just do one thing, that write the name of your school. Okay, one of you from each school, one of you decide to do this. Just write the name of your school and write down the syllabus for your midterm. Okay, just write
Ma'am,
down the
but
chapters.
we have not got yet.
You have not got yet. It's okay. Those who have got, just write it down and just WhatsApp it on the group, that my school group. Just send it to me so that I can relate how much, what pace we have to keep when completing the syllabus. Is it clear?
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just do this thing for me and have a good week ahead.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Goodbye, class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Bye,
ma'am.
ma'am. Have a nice day.
Yeah, same to you, day.